Hello, my sweet baby bats. Today we have a wine and dollies. It has been a while since I sat in front of the camera and made a video. For you guys, it might have been a couple of weeks, but that video was actually filmed the week before Christmas, I believe. And the reason I'm having so many problems with filming is because, if you can't tell with my nose, I've been having sinus issues, and it's so hard for me to sit in front of the camera for a long period with like my hair done and things touching my sinus areas without having a full-on sneeze attack. I no longer believe it is allergies. It might be a sinus infection or some type of asthma forming. I don't know what the hell it is, but it has been making things hard for me lately. So if my eyes start to get more and more watery, please just ignore it the best you can. It's not been the best month for me, but I do still want to show you some of the things that have been updated in our collection here and some changes to our doll family. So let's get right into the video with our wine and dollies for January, starting off with the biggest mistake I've made in my BJD hobby, and that's this piece of shit. All right. This lovely but very irritating piece of shit. Now, I was starting to do a box opening of her, and then everything was frustrating me, which I'll talk about. So I'm not actually going to be sharing that box opening, and because she was a pain in the ass, I just skipped a box opening for the second one that I'm going to show you. So we don't have box opening videos of them, but oh my gosh. Okay, this is a Gem of Dolls Mira, M-I-R-A, I think. I'm illiterate, so I don't know, but I got her as a full set. Now, let's talk about the outfit really quickly. It's beautiful, and in the promotional pictures, it is stunning. The art, like concept art of the character, beautiful work. I think it's adorable, and the reason I got it was because I thought that that character and the character for the second one that I bought, because they're kind of like a pair, I thought they would be so perfect for Julian and Salem's story, right? But these clothes don't even fit her. So this is a close-up of her. All right, I'm not gonna take the blindfold off. I really don't want to have to deal with her. Like, if you can see these makeshift magnets, the veil will only stay on if you bought the horns, which was an additional cost. It didn't come with the doll. So yeah, I think that's freaking ridiculous that you have the veil only stay on if you have the horns, which is an additional cost. The clothes are far too big. Watch this. Can you see this? There is she actually poses really well. Even though she's falling over, that's just because she's really heavy, but she holds her poses very well. Doesn't look like she does, but she does. If I move the veil out of the way, you're not going to be able to see. She has that much extra fabric. You think I'm joking? I'm not. She has that much extra fabric in the skirt area that is the reason it keeps falling down. You see that? She has that much more fabric. It's like they made this costume or outfit before making sure it fit the doll versus the full set dolls I got in the past, which would have been my Teeny Fox Ashley. I no longer have her. And then the, oh, you can't see her. She's off. She's off to the side. But my With Doll Battle Maid Olivia, they were full set dolls, and their clothes fit them like a glove. It was like it would only fit them and nobody else. And I don't mind that it wouldn't fit anyone else because it's made for those dolls, you know? So to get her in and her clothes barely even fit, and it looks like, I have to sneeze. Oh my gosh. It looks like it was made for somebody else. Like, actually, the thing is falling off of her right now. fuck. For it to fit like a glove for the other dolls, and this one feels like it wasn't even made for her. It's very frustrating, especially since I spent a lot of money on this doll. I think one of my other issues is I don't have a character in mind for her. I thought I did. This was originally supposed to be me and Steven, the other one, Steven. Our self-inserts into the world, just for fun, right? But when I got her in, or I guess a little bit before that, I was like, maybe it's not going to work for us, or at least this one's not going to work for me. So I don't really have a character for her quite yet, but the fact that this outfit doesn't even work on her, it's very, very frustrating dealing with this outfit. I don't know how else to feel. I'm somebody who when I buy new dolls, they have to be set up. Avison is not set up, and that's the only exception because I know exactly what I want to get for her. And it's going to take either finding somebody who can do that or learning a whole new skill to be able to pull it off, because it's a very specific kind of setup, right? But for my other dolls, like Cole, Kai, and Zane, were different because I was able to buy just casual clothes and dress them up. Salem, I got full set. Julian, I got full set, which I forgot I got him a full set as well, and he was perfectly fine. But they either need to have a full set when I buy the doll, or I have plans for an outfit. Like, again, when I bought Cole, he already had clothes. When we brought Zane home, he didn't have clothes, but I put him into boys' clothes because it's very modern. He was in that setting, right? So for the most part, those dolls are set up. Even though Zane does not have a face up, it didn't bother me because he was dressed up, he had a wig, he had a character, it was fine, right? The reason I bought the full set for them was because I wanted them to already have a character, already be set up, and for the outfit not to even fit the doll it's intended for just irritates me. So we have the skirt is too big. The shoes are too big. You're not going to be able to tell on camera, so I'm not even going to bother, else I'm just going to get more frustrated. But the shoe, once you put it on, it kind of like, the foot's too wide, so it stretches the shoe and there's gaps. The fucking neck, collar, whatever situation is glitter. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm pissed off that they would do that, but like I said, the veil doesn't stay on unless you bought the extra horns. The shirt is doing better now that I kind of taped it there in a way. I kind of did a situation, but the best way to explain it is the shirt should be like this to the breasts, but it keeps flipping that way. Freaking irritating. And yeah, so then I don't know. I don't like the doll. She looks like she just has a large blanket over her. Like, probably like this, you guys see her and it's like, oh no, she looks beautiful. But like when I place her down, for her to stand, I really have to position the fabric in a certain way to not look like she's just swimming in a blanket. That's all the negatives I have about it, but there are some positives. I do actually like the doll. I like the shape of the doll. It has a lot of curves in the hips and in the breast, and I really, really like curvy dolls. I mean, I don't think it's supposed to be curvy, but definitely has more curves than like Salem does. The posability is great. She can actually sit. I wish I can show you guys, but I can't. Whatever, but she can actually sit on her legs. She can touch her face. The posability is really, really nice. So the doll itself is great. I love the doll. I love the sculpt of the face. The actual like outfit, if it fit, I think I would love it to death, because if you look, the beading is beautiful, the embroidery beautiful, even the like layered fabrics. You have this design here, which you might be able to see, might not, And then you have like a different type of fabric here. So like the layering and texture effects, the beading, the embroidery, all of that is beautiful. This piece is a beautiful piece. I just don't think that they made this outfit for the doll. I genuinely think they made the outfit first and just crossed their fingers that it would fit the doll, which I think is stupid. I don't like the idea that the veil can only be stayed on if you buy the horns, which is an optional additional cost. Like, I'm going to keep emphasizing that because I think that's ridiculous. And like the shoes don't really fit. Like, the fact that this is a beautiful outfit, yeah, I'll give it to them, but also it just doesn't fit her. It doesn't, and it irritates the fuck out of me. Not to mention the bracelets. One of them can only be put on if you take the hands off. And I'm just going to leave it at that because I'm getting frustrated. This is one of our new dolls. Now, the intent for this doll, as I try to position her now, the intent for this doll was to have a 2-in-1 character. This outfit you're seeing on her was supposed to be one character, and then if I wanted to put her into the modern story, I was gonna do that. Like, I really don't care having 2 characters in one. Right now we don't have that second modern character, but I do have a character for this outfit. So with all that complaining out of the way, I do like the outfit, and I do like the character that came to mind for this character. It's not going to be the doll. I'm going to have to find a reshell, kind of like I did with Salem, how I kept the outfit because the outfit had a character, and then I found a doll for it. Similar to this, I'm going to find another doll to put into this outfit and make a character because I actually found a really, really good character for this. Now, it's likely that I'm going to have to tailor this to whatever doll I find, but I have to tailor it to her. So, like, moving on. We have a character for this outfit. For the doll, we don't quite have a character yet. So, yeah, there's that. When I talk, there's a tickle in my nose that ends up fucking up with my sinuses, and it's making it really hard to do these videos. But it's not all bad news because we have a new doll, another new doll. This was supposed to be the pair with the other one, so I'll do my best to show pictures. We'll see how my editing system lets me do that, but this is, look at him. Oh, he looks so precious. When I took him out and I saw the sculpt of his face, I fell in love. I knew this doll was going to be up there with my favorites. Now, the doll that I just showed you, her sculpt is cute. Her head is huge for some reason. I don't know why she has such a big freaking head. Her sculpt is cute, but it's like out of place. But this one is like, I love the sculpt here. But I didn't even bother to put him in his outfit because when I looked at the pictures again after trying to deal with her, I was like, yeah, that's probably going to give me some issues too. So I just dressed him up, and putting him side by side with Zane, which Zane looks a little bit different because there's a bit of a change for these characters. So this is Zane. He has a different haircut, but that's because this is now Echo and this is now Zane. So I'm trying to show you guys without hitting. Look at them. I put them side by side and I was like, why do they look like brothers? Why do they genuinely look like they're brothers? And then I remember Zane technically has a brother. His name is Echo Zane. And he's like a bronze version of Zane before he became the titanium ninja. So when I put them side by side, because this one has a warmer skin tone to him, I thought maybe it would be better to change this, who used to be Zane, to Echo, and put this one who has a lot more of a cooler skin tone to him, to be Zane. Now, in the show, it was Zane and Echo Zane, but in the show, it was Zane and Echo Zane, but to avoid that confusion and make these characters separate from each other, this is Echo, just Echo, and this is Zane. So we have reshelled Zane. And the idea is, because this is not like a cyber doll in the sense that this one is, the idea is Zane is a titanium ninja. He's a higher tech robot than Echo is, so he can blend in his robot parts or like features a lot easier and a lot more seamlessly than Echo can, and that's why you have the robotic parts for Echo. That's kind of like the story we're going for. But the size difference to the two, so they're both on my thigh, you can see there's a size difference. Let's see, there's a size difference to them, and that's another reason why I switched the two, because I felt like Zane would be taller than Echo. Like Echo is his little brother kind of situation. So yeah, there's a little bit of a change there. So Zane's still Zane in his like character and everything like that. He's just reshelled. Echo, I'm really excited because I have kind of created this character that he loves antiques and has like this admiration for it, as well as photography. So he's an aspiring influencer who takes the time to like slow down and look at the old things, the vintage things. He loves doing that. I want to expand on his character a little bit more. I don't know if he's going to fix antiques or if he's just going to admire them. I'm not too sure yet, but I even have a camera which I will be spray painting whenever I get some gloves and putting a, what is that called? Ribbon around it so that he can have it around his neck. So I have a prop for him and everything, and I love him to death. He has a wig that actually fits him, and Zane has a wig that fits. Even though it's a longer wig, I tied it in the back and it works for now. But that is our new character who's bowing down to you. That is our new character that I'm really excited to flesh out. I don't know how he'll fit in the modern world I have for Ninjago quite yet. I will say I have decided on a name. I was back and forth on it, but I have decided on the name of Neo Ninjago City, or Neo NC. So I may start referring to the world as that, but Neo Ninjago City is where the boys live. That's where Cole, Kai, Zane, and now Echo live. So, I also have been making dragon necklaces. I showed you this in a, craft update, I think very recently. And I ended up buying some chain that I can actually work with that isn't too small. So now everyone in the Neo Ninjago City world has a dragon necklace, basically for me to be like, okay, these are from the Ninjago world and this is from Salem and Julian's world. So we have Echo, we have Zane. Zane doesn't really have any clothes, neither does Echo, but I tried my best to still create something with what the boys had so that they all can be dressed up. They all have shoes except for Cole and Kai, which are fine because Kai is in his PJs and Cole is sitting around at the house. So that's kind of my excuses why they don't have any shoes. But I definitely have to buy some shoes at some point. But those are the boys. I have been also working on the bedroom, which, maybe I'll show you guys a clip of what I was trying to make a video. I've been struggling with making videos because of my sinuses. So I have a bunch of like half finished videos where I start them, but then I just cut them off because my sinuses kick off so hard. So I have clips from different videos that I just have to trash. So maybe if it's good enough, I can show you a quick tour of the bedroom. Here is a tour of the room. I have moved the chair out temporarily so that you can see. Inside here we have their Ninjago City Gardens Lego set, as well as a guitar I painted, an Xbox from American Girl, some pizza, And these shelves I made with tech decks. I saw some pictures on Pinterest with people using skateboards as shelves, so I kind of did the same thing, especially since Kai works on designing the boards. We have some posters here. It's getting dark on this side, but you go here, they have their little collection spaces. I want to paint this entire bed a different color later, but for now I just covered with some signs, some collectibles, some drinks, kind of make it look like it's been lived in. I did get rid of this mirror and put this here. It was I had an idea for this. It didn't work out, so I just put it in the mirror space. Then you go over here, you have the drum kit. And that's pretty much it from here. This is one of my favorite. Drink Coke. Do not snort it. So yeah, that's kind of the designs we have here. Very alt, very skater boy, see you later boy. We've talked about it before. You go up here, Kai's kind of a mess right now, but we have this that I worked on. It is not done, I have to reprint it, and the texture is because of the tape I used. So I have to find another way to make it glossy without it giving that ugly texture. But this is the design that I made for them. They're playing Prime Empire. This is the bed and a little bit of decor up here with the stop sign and everything. This is what it looks like with the chair and the stool. I do have another one. I'm trying to paint these, spray paint them black, but there's a particular resin on them. I don't know why this is having a hard time focusing, but there's a particular resin on here that makes it hard to spray paint, so I'm leaving it like that for now. Maybe I'll just do fabric, cover it with that, I don't know, but that's what it looks like with the chair inside. So yeah, I'm working on making this. The reason why that right there is the way it is because I actually ripped it off. I'm going to try to do a brick wall accent there, but that is the room that we have thus far. So I'm slowly starting to work on that. I have those dolls in. I have Echo that I'm working on character building. I have the character with that costume I just showed you that I'm working on. The doll, the Myra doll or Mira doll, I don't have a character for. I have an idea, but I don't think it's gonna work for who I want it to be, so we'll see in that. But yeah, that's pretty much what I have for updates for the BJDs right now. I'm happy with where it's going. But I think that's all I have for you guys today. I don't know why I try to make this longer than it needs to be, but remember to like the video so other people can see this beautiful face of mine. With that, I hope you blossom in all of your endeavors, and until next time, bye!